guys, we're going to discuss Earth plate tectonics and plate boundaries today. Let us discuss the two layers of the Earth that we need to understand for understanding concept of plate tectonics. These two layers are lithosphere and asthenosphere. Lithosphere is about 100 km thick. It is less dense than asthenosphere. Asthenosphere is below lithosphere. Lithosphere floats on top of asthenosphere. Asthenosphere contains magma or hot molten rocks. Going towards the type of crust or the topmost layer of the Earth, there are two types, oceanic crust and continental crust. Oceanic crust, as the name suggests, is below the ocean, and continental crust is the plate below the continent. Oceanic crust is thin but is more dense than continental crust because it contains the salty rocks. Continental crust is less dense compared to oceanic crust because it contains felsic rocks. Going towards plate tectonics, the Earth's crust or topmost layer is broken into sections which are called plates. There are 7 major plates which move around on top of the mantle or asthenosphere. Convection currents take place inside the mantle. The hot magma inside the mantle, when it comes in contact with the outer core of the Earth, it gets superheated and rises upwards. The lithosphere is a colder region compared to the outer core. So when the hot magma comes near the lithosphere, it loses its heat, it becomes more dense and falls back towards the outer core. This creates convection currents, which result in the movement of plates. A plate boundary is the region between two tectonic plates. Plate boundaries are of 3 types: divergent boundaries, convergent boundaries, and transform boundaries. Divergent boundaries are formed between 2 plates when they move apart. They form mid-ocean ridges or rift valleys or volcanoes. When 2 plates move apart, they create a space between them. The hot magma from asthenosphere or mantle, it rises up into that space and creates volcanoes. The Atlantic ridge is known to be a divergent boundary. Convergent boundaries. 2 plates collide with each other to form a convergent boundary. There are 3 types: oceanic continental convergence, oceanic oceanic convergence, continental continental convergence. Oceanic continent convergence. When an oceanic crust collides with a continental crust, the oceanic crust, being more dense, goes below the continental crust, creating a subduction zone. The oceanic crust, the part of it which goes below the continental crust, it enters a asthenosphere, where it gets melted into hot magma. It creates pressure inside the lithosphere and volcanoes erupt. It also causes earthquakes. Oceanic convergence. As the name suggests, oceanic crust collides into oceanic crust. One of the plates is forced down. Volcanoes occur due to pressure created by hot magma, and a subduction zone is created. Continental convergence. When a continental crust collides with another continental crust, it creates huge pressure. There are earthquakes, and the land in between is pushed up into mountains. Himalayas are known to be a continental convergence boundary. Transform or fault boundaries. These are the boundaries in which the plates are sliding past horizontally, and there is no collision or no rifting apart. No subduction zone is formed and no rift valleys, although earthquakes are experienced. San Andreas fault zone is a transform boundary. Thank you. Please subscribe to my channel.